One day.
A vape.
I've got mine. Have I? No.
Neither of us have our vapes.
Right, we're going to go.
Yeah. Thanks very much for watching the Sidebar Podcast.
We promote healthy living. We promote healthy living. We forgot our vapes. Fall over in this. We don't do things on a budget.
It's all things on a budget. Okay, right. I know what we're roughly discussing.
Are the beers meant to be out yet?
Yeah, beers can be out.
Okay. Rules are changing, you see.
Rules are changing, things are changing, life is changing.
It's 2025, baby.
2025, baby, season 2.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Maybe.
Maybe episode 1.
Okay, and intro. I'm going to put the intro though.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Welcome back to the Sidebar Podcast, and Joshy, welcome back to season 2 of the Sidebar Podcast. Can you believe it?
I can't actually, it's amazing.
Me either.
I'm really happy.
Yeah, luckily it's because we're funding it, no one else is. No one would ever fund this shit.
But if you do want to fund this shit,
get in touch with us at I want to fund your podcast at sidebarpodcast.co.uk.
Just reach out on like Instagram.
It's not even a real email address, but no one's going to email it. Cool. Should we have a beer?
I like beer. That's why I'm here, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm drinking Union Hazy IPA by Attic Brew Co.
And I'm drinking Speed Date by the Yeasty Boys.
Nice.
Which is a Pacific IPA.
Yeasty Boys, I'm sure, do great beers. Weird name.
Yeah.
Weird name. It makes me think of like sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
Like
yeast infections.
Yeah.
Yep, same. But like yeast is more commonly used in making bread and, shit like that.
Yeah.
More so than STIs.
Yeah.
I don't think it's used in STIs.
It's used in STIs. When God was creating STIs, he
Wait,
went gonorrhea.
Wait, is this a pour off?
I don't really know. It's season 2. Anything could happen.
Everything changed. Did you spill any?
No, I didn't spill any.
Oh shit, we both won then.
Ah.
Well, how do they look? Yeah.
Mine looks hazy. Good. That's the.
Well, what did you have? What type of beer is it?
It's a hazy IPA.
Oh, it's your favourite then.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fucking hell, you were glugging that down.
Thirsty boy. I'm on a cut, so I'm not allowed beer, but obviously this is
it's podcast.
Exactly, I don't have a choice.
Calories don't count when you're in front of a camera.
Nope.
The camera adds £10 anyway, so when we stop recording, you've automatically
lost £10 immediately.
And you've had a beer.
Yeah.
See? Boy
Losing
math.
weight.
Boy math.
No alcoholic math.
Well, so here's the thing. So we're technically recording this episode, which is going to be episode 2, before we've recorded episode 1, which episode 1 is going to be recorded with Rowan, but we haven't had time to record one with Rowan yet. So we're filming this one, which is episode 2 first.
That's a roller coaster.
I know, isn't it? So although you guys may have already seen some of these upgrades, Josh hasn't. Number 1, actual bar runners.
I know, right?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
we're not using them for the beers, but
we're not even putting the liquid on the beer runners. We're actually putting the empty can on them.
Yeah, but we will when we have our little parties that we have in here.
Yeah,
we'll use that properly. Number 2, Sidebar Podcast coasters.
Hell yeah!
Now available in no good stores.
In any store worldwide.
And the final edition.
I did actually see it when it came in. I just thought you'd mention it.
This is my last orders bell, and it's super loud. Are you ready?
Can we try it? This is when you see Rowan start running from the house. I'll have a pint.
So yeah, what do you think of the upgrades?
I love it.
Just mini upgrades right now. I had a little tidy up back here as well. You may have noticed. Like,
fuck off, did you?
No, the wires aren't everywhere. Look, there's no wires underneath us right now.
Oh,
This
you are right.
wire and these wires are all tidy down there now. So
Yeah, ignore this one, that one, and that one. Yeah, there's no more wires under our legs.
yeah, I've also added, which you can't see on here, I realise, and they're not plugged in anyway. But I've got some traffic lights.
But why?
I don't know. Someone gave them to me. They were free.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They end
there
up
you
in the
go.
bar.
Cool. So yeah, welcome back to the new and improved Sidebar Dive Bar.
Do you know what I think we should do for an episode at some point? Give them a tour.
Of
Like a first-person tour of this.
Oh yeah, we should. I should probably do that for social content.
Yeah, you
There
probably
we
should
go.
do that for social and not podcast. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah,
Cool.
welcome back. We're back. We're good to go. We're ready.
Episode 2 of season 2.
One
Do you know what?
one of the first episodes. We don't know which yet.
Do you know what? It's impressive. How many episodes were there in season 1 in total?
Including episode 0, there was 31.
So this is effectively the 32nd recording session of this podcast.
Yeah.
They do say that you have to wait till you get to 100.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, season 3
It's
is going to
coming.
be great. Come back in season 3, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Stay here now.
See you guys in another year.
Yeah, when we're a year from now, we'll be about 100 videos, just under. That's when you should start watching us.
That's when you start watching us. They're always watching. Which is a lovely segue into the conversation me and you were having at work today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got onto the subject of, I saw this thing, and I can't remember where I saw it because I don't have a few. But I saw this thing, and I couldn't remember what it was called, but it was basically about the New World Order and the fact that there's like an upper government above all of the governments of the world that run the world and want one sort of totalitarian, unified world government.
Yeah, like a one world order.
One world, a new world, one world order. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That's one of the conspiracies that I struggle to not believe.
Yeah, because there's got to be people like you look at and obviously we delve into it quite deep, and we're going to have a chat about it obviously now, but because we went into when big things happen, people die.
Yeah.
Like for example,
Oh, great one.
the water car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened twice from what I can remember. I used to research this because I was tinfoil hat man. Yeah, it's like I think within a couple of weeks of each one going public. So not the invention itself, but each one going public. Which means it's widely known that hydrogen engines work, but in a world where crude oil fuels everything, including industrial engines, car engines, stuff like that, they're never going to give up to water, which is the one thing that we have an abundance of.
And also, there was this guy whose name I know off the top of my head, but I'm just going to look down here anyway. It's Stanley Meyer. Stanley Meyer. Or Meyer, who knows? It's Meyer. But he created a water-powered car that you could literally just fill up from the tap.
Do you know the best thing about the car was? It went about 5 times the distance on a full tank to a petrol car as well.
And then in the 70s, he went out for lunch. And he ordered a glass of cranberry juice, and he took a sip of it, and then he was struggling to breathe, and he said, they've poisoned me, and he ran out and died in the street.
Yep.
Like, that's mad. Literally a couple of weeks after his water-powered engine went public. What are the chances?
Yeah, so Rob was like, I think I'm going to make a water-based engine.
Yeah, I want to see what happens.
I prefer you to not, because, I prefer an alive Rob to a dead Rob.
Yeah, but at least we'll all know. So we're gonna stream it. I'm gonna get well good at like maths and engineering and shit and science, and we're gonna work out how to make an engine do electrolysis to break the hydrogen from the oxygen and create a hydrogen engine, and then we're gonna see if I die.
But we had an agreement that you have to have not only your own live stream going 24/7, you also have to have multiple people with you. Like let's say me with my phone out on a live stream on you 24/7 after it goes public, because then you'll see people storming. You can't leave your house either, so someone will need to come assassinate you. We can't go out in public after you've done it. You have to jail yourself to your room. Yeah. For maybe like 10 years.
And I've got all this land. I'm just going to build a bunker behind here.
Yeah, it would work. Yeah, I mean,
what a dream.
I mean,
I want a bunker anyway.
Have you registered Sidebar here?
Yes. No comment. So we went, and then we went on a bit of a tangent about conspiracy theories and stuff. I've got a few that I want to bring up, but I'm very, very keen first to. In fact, I'm going to go for a couple of the ones that I found that I thought were quite fun, and then I'm going to ask you what your favourite one is to give you a little bit of time to think. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with just a super light, fun, happy one. Just something like
The small ones.
just a light one, a small one to get us going. 9/11 is a hoax. And discuss.
Small little ones to start off with. I get it. Yeah, completely. Are you asking me if I believe, or you just want a conversation piece?
Let's ask if you believe it first.
Right.
Not a hoax. Hoax is the wrong word. I wrote hoax, but not a hoax. 9/11 was done by the US themselves to warrant invading the Middle East.
To all of the US government people that are on YouTube right now and Instagram and Meta,
None of them are watching this.
it wasn't a hoax. It is terrorist act. But to all of the normal people that are watching, I don't know. It's a hard one. I feel insensitive saying what I believe because I believe that there was a lot of
needless death, right? But here's what I believe. The problem is they went, these are the two people that did the plane, because even though steel beams burnt and everything else was charred beyond belief, their passports survived.
Their
paper passports survived that inferno, and they were from Saudi Arabia. So the government went, well, they're from Saudi Arabia, so you know what? We're going to invade Iraq. Why? Why? It was clearly fake. They knew. They were like, oh yeah, we'll just get somebody from near there.
It also came around that all the questions around us invading that side of the world for oil, those questions were coming about a lot. You almost need to create a media hate of that side of the world for people to not be thinking about us going and taking their resources.
No, you need to create fear. Fear drives decisions more than anything. You look at the fact that Reform here in the UK are now like the second most sought after fucking political party,
which is fucking ridiculous.
Which is mad.
Reform,
isn't it mad?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is some people watching this are going to vote for Reform, and that's absolutely fine. That's the joy of us living in a democracy. Is you can vote for whoever you want to vote for, and nobody else can tell you that you're a fucking idiot for doing it. That's fine. But just so you know, I think you're a fucking idiot for voting Reform.
I really, knew where that was going on.
And the thing is, as well, is everyone went, well, we had right-wing Tories, so now let's go left-wing Labour. But Labour aren't left-wing. They're just slightly less right-wing than what the Tories were.
Yeah.
And now they've gone, well, right-wing didn't work and left-wing didn't work, so let's go further right-wing and let's go...
to the furthest right-wing.
Let's go as far right-wing as we can. Why is nobody... Like, the problem is, Liberal Democrats are too wet, and the Green Party are just... What are they doing? They're like, hug a tree.
It's too much of a joke party for it to ever be in power.
What are you going to do about the economy? And they're like, plant some trees? I
mean, it would probably help.
Money doesn't grow on trees, Josh.
Oh, I never said it did. Do you know what does grow on trees? Oxygen.
Oxygen grows on trees.
Yep, and then it gets pumped out. Well, I don't say, God, no, maybe not. It's manufactured within trees. There you go.
Photosynthesis.
I don't know.
Is that it?
Is it photosynthesis? I don't think it. I think that's how it eats.
Yeah. We are not scientists.
No.
I've turned that down slightly too much now. I'm going to fuck about with this light until I get it right.
And then we should leave it forever, because every time we do this...
No, because every time I come in the garage to fuck around, like in other rooms, I move the light and turn it right up so I can see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Green Party need to fucking have an arse about them.
Yeah. I like how this has gone political, because we spoke about America and 9/11, but just to bring it back, we both are saying we believe that it could be fake, but we don't want to openly say it because of insensitivity reasons, right?
Right. I'm saying I believe it's completely fake. I just do. I just believe it's fake. Like, they literally did tests that showed that jet fuel couldn't burn through steel beams.
It can't. And it's obviously at a perfect angle as well. Every single steel beam.
There was like literally controlled explosions, and it fell like a controlled explosion. I'm saying personally that I believe it's fake, and that everybody that died on 9/11, they're pointless. They're needless.
They were murdered by the US government.
By their own government, and it's a hideous fucking thing to happen.
I agree. I do agree with that.
However, one of my favourite programs is The Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
On Netflix. The Umbrella Academy was based on a comic called The Umbrella Academy, written by Gerard Way. Gerard Way being the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. Yeah. And My Chemical Romance only started because his therapist told him he needed to find a way to control his feelings after witnessing 9/11.
No.
I promise you, look that shit up. Gerard Way witnessed 9/11, that he then had to go to therapy for it, and his therapist said, you need to find a way to better control your feelings, and he started writing poetry, hung out with his mates, turned it into music, started putting out albums. That's My Chemical Romance, and then he wrote The Umbrella Academy.
That's really cool. I don't know much about Gerard Way, other than he wrote some cool songs when I was younger. So now that we've done the light-hearted, easy, small ones,
let's move on to the fact that pigeons aren't real.
This is a big one.
This is a big one, people.
Yeah. This one's dangerous. Just remember, surveillance is way, way worse than death.
So, do you think that pigeons are real?
I'm going to have to be serious here and say yes, I do believe pigeons are real.
Me too.
Yeah, it's one of them stupid ones.
Of course it is. They're saying that no one's ever seen baby pigeons. They have. You can Google.
Not going to lie, I don't think I've ever seen a baby pigeon. Like, as in, I could Google it and I believe there are baby pigeons, but I don't think I've ever seen one myself.
No.
They're in a nest.
Yeah.
And they're not around me. They're not trying to scab my chips yet.
No.
Also, if they were just surveilling, they would not dive in and take your ice cream out of your hand. They'd be at a distance watching you.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're trying to take your thumb and get some DNA.
Or some of them are real.
And then other ones have been put in there to blend in. Pigeons have gone. I've also noticed that seagulls have got bigger.
That's always been a thing. Yeah. They're mutating, aren't they? Soon we're going to have human-sized seagulls at some point in the future. Maybe a million years.
Well, they say that dinosaurs evolved into birds. And now birds are evolving back into dinosaurs.
They're getting scaly, mate.
We're not going to be the... Yeah.
We're not going to be the apex predator anymore.
I'd like to point out as well, some scientists, I can't remember where they were, I think it was China, but I can't remember. But they have successfully bred a reptile chicken.
I believe it.
And it's a chicken with, it looks like a velociraptor. I'm not going to lie. I'll show you pictures later. But
he won't.
I won't. I'll forget. Maybe I'll put a picture up here, but I probably won't. I'll forget. So I don't like editing. It's a lot of effort, isn't it?
Over here, I used to do it. I used to always be and there'll be some scores up here just to ruin the podcast.
Hi, Ro. They've used old dinosaur DNA, put it into a chicken, and that chicken now has teeth and scales.
Oh no, I don't like that.
It's crazy.
No. Let's move on from the pigeons.
Okay. But also on that note, though, very quickly, is they've also got DNA from a mummified frozen mammoth, and they're making an African elephant carry it, and it's going to give birth to a mammoth. And everyone's going, well, they've recreated the mammoth, but they haven't recreated the mammoth. What they've done is created a hairy elephant.
Yeah, because it's a mix between an elephant.
It's going to have elephant DNA. It's not going to be a mammoth. It's just going to be a hairy elephant. Sort it out, scientists. We want fucking mammoths.
I never asked for mammoths.
I want a mammoth.
I never asked for mammoths.
What do you think mammoth tastes like?
Probably like elephant.
Fair. Now this next one is genuine. So one of my favourite pastimes, and you may be watching and may have seen me out there doing it, is I like to follow flat Earth conspiracy groups on Facebook and start arguments with people. It's genuinely one of my favourite things to do.
What a hobby.
Like, people go, I like it when they go, oh yeah, because water doesn't stick on a ball. And I go, just because you don't understand something, it doesn't mean. And they go, well, no, it's flat because water sits on a plate really well. I say, well, no, if it's spinning, it doesn't.
It's so true.
And then they call me an idiot. Because the thing is, it's science has proved my fact that it's a ball. There's gravity. These are theories still, how gravity works and stuff, but it's proven. You do the exact same tests in a million years' time, and they're going to come back the exact same.
Exact same. But they've also basically debunked flat Earth recently. So very recent was a YouTube video where obviously the big thing about flat Earth, which is beyond the fact that it's flat and the sun circulates us rather than goes round the globe, is that Antarctica is a wall.
Yeah.
You know, so Antarctica is this big wall, and past it we've never seen or people haven't travelled to. And obviously, I think they took the one of the leaders of the biggest flat Earth organisation on a YouTube video to the Antarctic to see, and they gave him loads of different tests, and he literally went, all I ever needed was to be proven wrong, like properly proven wrong, and I'm now not a flat earther, and he's left the society, and he was the leader.
And then what did the rest of the society say?
I don't know.
The rest of the society said he was brainwashed.
Oh my god, of course it did.
They said that they took him to a laboratory in the wall and brainwashed him.
Oh, that's so imagine that. A YouTuber, just a normal YouTuber, you know, taking a guy in. Makes no sense. There we go.
So, flat earthers.
Well, some of them believe it's like a donut, don't they? And like the middle bit's missing.
Yeah.
It's globed, but a bit like a donut, like this.
But that doesn't make any sense, because if you walk around one side of the donut, you'd see the other side. True. Some people also think that it's completely flat and there's a dome over it, because I said to somebody on Facebook, why we look at other planets and they're all spherical, why is ours the only one that's a disc? And they go, well, they're just projections that the government have put on the dome that surrounds us. Honestly,
I fucking hate people.
Honestly, you cannot reason with a flat earther.
I hate people sometimes.
If you're watching this and you're a flat earther,
leave, unfollow.
Number one, just know you're wrong, and number two, what he said. I'm gonna leave. Actually, okay. This is gonna be the point, because I think I know yours, and it's actually the next one on my list. What is your favourite conspiracy?
I think my favourite is the one that is the most in depth. It's the one that is still to yet be fully answered because it was so long ago, but we have evidence that it's there.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not the one that I thought it was going to be.
So the one, I'd say my favourite conspiracy, in terms of the one that I'm still perplexed by, that I would like to know more on, is the pyramids.
Okay.
And I say that because, you know, there's conspiracies around that. Obviously the gold that used to be on the top of each pyramid, the angle that they're all put in is meant to take energy and electromagnetic fields through the air, and basically that becomes a battery to power like large regions, and it was like one of the first sources of true power that we had, which they probably thought back then was magic.
Yeah.
I should imagine.
Electricity, yeah.
Yeah, so they were like generating electricity from static, from drop in the air.
The king's chambers in the middle of all these pyramids were filled with gold wire, which again would have helped.
Yeah, so there, like all of that sort of stuff. But the thing that's the main conspiracy about it, because I think that the gold on top and the fact that it could be an energy source is probably true. It's just low energy. We've got way better ways of doing it now. So why would we carry on? The thing is, how did they build it? You know,
I think the thing is that if that's proven to be correct, that means energy can be passed without wires or cables. And that's exactly what Nikola Tesla proved when he created that free energy that the government told him he couldn't do. They binned it, and then they killed him.
Yep. Another death.
Another conspiracy, Nikola Tesla was killed.
Because of the oil industry.
Because of the oil industry, yeah. Fuck the oil industry.
I genuinely fuck the oil industry. You think to yourself, it's like, it's one of them things that if we have any way to solve it, it only betters us as a race. And the oil industry are very greedy people.
Yeah.
Although saying that, you know, there's a price. If someone said trillion, I'd be like, yeah, oil.
Because the person that's doing the most for electric cars right now is Elon Musk.
Yeah, by a long way.
It is Tesla, right?
Yeah.
So what is he then doing on the flip side? He's creating rockets which are reusable and need to be fueled by
oil,
crude oil. Yeah.
And they use probably the same amount as a small city every time they go up.
Mm-hmm. He's gone, I've created these electric cars, everyone's going to be driving them, but just so you know, we're still going to need crude oil to generate the electricity.
Yeah. Oh, well, we do.
Because he's done nothing for renewable energies.
So yeah, that's a great point though, isn't it? It's like we use petrol in the car to fuel it. Well, electric cars are meant to be better, but we have to charge the car, and that comes from the national grid. And the national grid is mostly natural gas and oil. So all it is using an oil in a different way, and not only that, we have to mine lithium for it as well.
Yeah, which is mad.
So what I'm saying is, let's get some Mustangs.
Yeah, get some Mustangs, and also stay tuned for when we build our hydrogen engine.
Please don't stay tuned.
No, the one that I thought...
Even saying it is probably going to flag it up on some database somewhere.
We are, on this channel, going to build an engine that runs solely on water and works, and the government all around the world and the New World Order and the Illuminati can go fuck themselves. Fucking bring it on.
I quit. I'm out.
I'll take all you motherfuckers on. And now for the people that actually watch this, number one, please don't kill me. Number two, if I do die, then you know it was them.
I don't think any Illuminati are watching this, by the way.
Never know.
You never know.
Everything. Cool. Now the one that I thought you were going to say is, because I know that you're quite passionate about it, chemtrails.
Ooh, I do like chemtrails, yeah. I actually had something recently that around chemtrails that I was watching. It is come from a really reliable source, so I'm not talking like crap here. You know, it's straight off TikTok.
It's not crap. It's straight from TikTok.
Yeah. So obviously, most people will know, but for everyone that doesn't know, you can track every flight, every commercial flight, and probably, I think, a lot of private flights, so private jets still have to be on this. You can track every flight, and it's like a law. It's freedom of information, I believe. So there's been this plane, that has left from North England, flown all the way to South England. And you know how, like, when someone crop dusts a field, they go up the field, turn around, come back, and they do this until they've gone up across the whole field and they fuck off. Mm-hmm. Well, they did that across the entirety of, like, 3/4 of Suffolk. But it had to go out to the sea by about 2-3 miles. Then it turned back. And when it finished, it looked like a circuit board. Like, exact. He was millimetres in the exact right place. And it's in the same place every time. And he does it, I think it's like weekly or something. So what we'll do is, if I find it, because I've already started looking for it, if I find it, we'll pop a link to it in the description, because it is really interesting. It's something that a lot of people get confused with, because there's something called, there's chemtrails and the one they say it is. Let me quickly find the word.
Just vapor.
It's not vapor, it's called something.
Here's my thing with chemtrails, right? While you're looking at
contrails. So chemtrails and contrails. Chemtrails are often confused with contrails, which is a normal thing to come out of a plane's engine.
So here's my thing with chemtrails: is the easiest way to poison, drug, or infect with any sort of chemical a whole region would be water. 100%
water. Yeah. There's nothing else you could. Like, in my opinion, have a high success rate on.
Mm-hmm. So, in what are they winning from? So here's what I'm thinking, this is just off the top of my head right now, because you said Suffolk, a very specific region, like 2/3 of Suffolk. That's where Sizewell B is. So, is that, if it is chemtrails, is it an agent to help with nuclear power?
Quite possibly. Also, I'm going to combat the water thing. Water is tested so regularly at every point.
By who?
But like by Anglian Water, and then the humans that drink the water. Like, you know, if they're like the amount of time somebody, like a normal civilian, will use a proper test to test water in the UK is probably daily. You know, and they'll probably, if there is something bad, it would be all over social media. Now, obviously, they can quiet it, but if you go on Twitter, mate, you can post whatever you want. I don't know if you've seen Twitter since X took it over, since Elon, but it's basically a porn site.
It is a porn site. I see so much porn on there. I don't watch it. It's great.
Skip it every time.
My whole Twitter feed is literally F1 celebrity gossip and porn.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's great.
It's the 3 things he likes most. Where's the beer?
I know.
Well, I've got a fucking beer podcast and you're not even We've got beer socials.
I know it's more recently because I haven't really been doing too much content, have I?
No, you haven't.
No.
You are right.
Since I think the last one was first week of December or 2 weeks ago.
Was that us?
Depending on when we did it. No, it was me on my own. I did an episode recapping season 1.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You didn't watch
Second one you've done on your own as well.
It is.
You did the first one. I watched this first one. I didn't watch the second one, but I watched the first one, which was when you
letting me down.
You watched. My son was ill. The fuck? And I'm here the next day after work when I've got shit on tonight. Fuck you. I'd rather have come yesterday when I had a whole fucking day free. Just saying.
So did I.
He went out. He's just making me feel bad. I said to him, I was like, I think I've only bailed on you once, and he was like, 4, maybe 6.
Yeah. He was like, I've only battled on you that once, and I was like, the first ever episode, the reason it's episode 0 is because me and Rowan did the episode. And then actually episode 1, which was the second ever episode, was meant to be me and you, but then you bailed on that, so me and Rowan did another one.
That's crazy that I bailed on 2 in a row.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't
no.
that mad?
That's mad. Yeah,
also, tonight we're meant to film 2, but you want to go home.
Oh, yeah. See, the thing is about this is I don't get fucking paid.
Not yet. One day.
One day.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah. We don't tell people that as much anymore.
We don't.
We should. It's a call to action.
So the last one that we're gonna discuss.
Okay.
Is and it's something that I find really interesting because we were going to talk about the Illuminati last, but we sort of covered that a little bit. Is predictive programming.
Yeah.
Do you know what predictive programming is?
You lightly mentioned it earlier, and I said I have no idea, and you were like, I won't tell you yet then. So
Okay.
now I am absolutely clueless, no idea what you're talking about.
So, predictive programming is the idea that sort of a decade or so before a big event happens that is controlled by the government, they put it out in media as fiction so that when it actually happens, everybody doesn't panic as much. In theory,
So you're talking about Simpsons?
here are the theories, right? Number 1, Die Hard was prepping people, terrorist attack in New York, prepping people for 9/11.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 2, Contagion, that came out sort of maybe 10 to 15 years ago, prepping people for the pandemic.
And it was very Contagion, like I remember that film.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then obviously number 3 is the fact that about 5 to 15 years before anything happens, The Simpsons put out a show about it.
Every time.
Every
big event.
Trump coming down the fucking escalator.
Doing this.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah,
with the same sign.
Yeah, but
in the
he also
background.
must be so knowledgeable about this 10 year before putting it out in the media that when he went down that escalator, he must have rehearsed that shit because it wasn't just exact. As you said, the dude was holding the same sign that was on an episode 8 years ago, 10 years ago or something. It's crazy.
So predictive programming, there's a couple of different ways that people online are looking at it. Number 1 is the government say, in 10 years we're going to do this, so let's get this out into the media now. The other way people are saying is that people time travel, and that they time travel, see what's happening in 10 years, come back, create something about it.
Like Matt Groening. Yeah, which is that everyone that was the theory, but do you know what? I've never thought of it because I always thought, well, he must be time traveller, but it's that predictive programming part makes so much more sense,
doesn't it?
Yeah, because time travel to me is impossible at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
at the moment.
Well, time travel back in time is impossible.
Well, you can time travel back in time and forward in time because if you go above the speed of light,
you can't go above the speed of light. It's impossible to move.
Theoretically, So let me break it down. Speed of light is a way for me to tell you what the expanse of it is because as you go in the speed of light, it becomes such a big change in time that you notice it. Whereas if you were to take that to a minor scale, walking slows time. Sitting there speeds time, doing nothing. Walking, moving, going in a car. The quicker you can travel in the car, the slower time really goes. And I think that's the whole point of the speed of light. It's like
And it does. You speak to like some of these F1 drivers, and they say that as soon as they go above like 180 to 200 miles an hour, they feel everything slow down, and they get tunnel vision, and that's why they're able to drive at these speeds.
Yep. And I do think that there is although minorly noticeable at 200 miles an hour, they'll notice it. But when you start traveling in a rocket, you arrive somewhere younger biologically than the people on Earth who have lived the same amount of time.
If you travel for 5 years in one direction at the speed of light, turn around and travel at 5 years, for you 10 years was vast, but on Earth
like 30 or 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that, yeah. And that's like the way you can travel back in time.
Yeah.
Like your body is biologically younger than everybody else's on the planet.
Yeah. There's also a thing that came out fairly recently since we've been off air, is that what we say? Which is basically saying that when you move at the speed of light, you don't the effect of time has no effect on you. So a beam of light or a photon of light leaves the sun. It takes 8 minutes to hit Earth.
Yep.
Right. However, to that photon, if it was conscious, it would be instantaneous. Because it's moved at the speed of light, it wouldn't feel 8 minutes. It wouldn't be traveling for 8 minutes. To it, time around it would stop. So it would be born, hit, dead. All in one instance. It wouldn't take 8 minutes. It would be instantaneous. So if you travel at the speed of light, time stops.
I've seen a experiment that debunks that, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because they've got such good cameras nowadays that you can have the light. They've managed to get the tube where you can send light through it that travels at the speed of light. It's like turning on something. All it does is it basically ignites something at the end of it. Yeah. And he presses the button and it ignites immediately, like a light switch. Mm-hmm. And they've got a camera that slowed it down, and you can see the photon go. You can see the light travel through the.
Yeah, 100%. It still takes time to travel, but to that photon. Like if you were a photon,
which I'm not,
and you and let's say you were a photon, right, and you were born in the sun, and you got kicked out of the sun towards Earth, it would take you 8 minutes to travel there if I was watching you.
Because it's the perspective of the person watching you that knows the time, not the light, not the photon. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you now.
We should definitely be high for this conversation.
Yeah, we can do that next time.
No, we won't, YouTube. Oh, fuck it, we're not monetized. Yeah, fuck it, let's get high.
We'll get high as shit.
Let's get real high.
Yeah, we'll be fucking stoned as shit. I'll bring around that good.
Okay, so here's our plan. In a few weeks' time from you guys watching this, Josh is going to come around. We're going to do the intro as normal, then we're going to cut it. And then me and Josh are going to go off and get real high.
I'm up for that.
We're going to get real high, and then we're going to tell you. I'm going to have a list of science.
Yeah, let's get deep.
I'm going to have a list of science. I have a list of science, and we're going to talk
chemistry.
About science. Yeah, biology.
Physics. There's not another science, Rob.
Biology.
Also, I would like to say we sound like we know what we're talking about. We are.
No, we don't.
We are dumb. Don't believe anything we just said.
We don't.
You were talking about a photon and the fact that it takes a minute to put it in perspective out of conscious. It's like, I'm just saying, don't believe us.
That's because I'm I'm on science TikTok. That's it. I'm on science TikTok.
Well, if it's TikTok, then yeah, believe it. Obviously, yeah.
Believe it. Anything you see on TikTok, believe.
It's a fact. That's why Donald Trump saved it.
It's a fact.
It's facts.
In fact, let's do this right now. You ready? Pause. Right. Anything you see on TikTok, you should believe.
Fact.
Goblins live in your brain. Say something.
If you wear your headphones whilst you're on TikTok, it can read your brain waves.
TikTok is actually an anagram. Is actually an anagram for I love the devil. If you're using TikTok, you love the devil.
Fact. That is actually true, though.
That is true.
Yeah.
I use TikTok.
I love the devil.
I love the devil.
I love the devil.
I'm the devil. I love metal.
Oh, yeah, we are so cool. I have one more.
Go on. Ooh, excited.
If you switch your phone onto aeroplane mode whilst you're on a plane and you've got Tic-Tac installed on your phone, it can connect to the plane and make it crash. That's what happened to Malaysian Airlines that disappeared.
There we go. That's a fact. Because although the people watching this on YouTube wouldn't have, when I cut this into a short, you guys are watching it on TikTok.
Which means it's true.
Which means it's true. Believe everything you see on TikTok.
Yeah, there's a filter that takes out anything that's not true from TikTok.
Yeah. The Chinese government are watching all of your videos and making sure that they're fact-checking them. Not like Mark Zuckerberg, who has recently come out to be a black nonce. Mark Zuckerberg has said he's not going to fact-check anything on Facebook. I'm going to put this bit on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg is a nonce. He touched all the kids from the Goonies.
If there's such thing as getting either banned, demonetized, we are hedging our bets.
I'm so over it now.
Yeah, fair. I've got a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
I've got one more. It's about TikTok.
Go on.
So, my conspiracy theory is it's very relevant. In fact, we should talk more about relevant things on here and not so much old shit, but there's something that happened with TikTok recently, guys. I'm going to come close. They've got banned in America. But
for 24 hours.
For less than 24 hours, 12.
Yeah, and also, as you guys are watching this, that was about a month ago. So they might have been banned again.
They could be not on there anymore.
This is going out in February. It's currently middle of Jan. like you guys, it may have been banned permanently. Who knows? You might not be watching this because we might be in the middle of a nuclear war because fucking Donald Trump, as of today, this is what day, you'll be able to work this out from the date, but as of today, Donald Trump has just been sworn in as the 47th president of the United States.
Yeah, 45th and 47th.
Yeah, that's the day, today. Like, that's what day we're filming this. So, you guys, this might be nothing. Internet might not exist.
Right,
Donald
so
Trump.
Back to the conspiracy theory, which might not be a conspiracy. So Shu, who's the guy that owns TikTok from Singapore, he used to have CEO of TikTok in his bio.
Right. Keep talking. I'm getting
he now doesn't have CEO of TikTok in his bio anymore. Do you know what else happened the day before the TikTok ban came into place? Facebook, for the first time ever, set up a TikTok account called Facebook as an account. Not only that, these are facts. Whenever anyone in the USA, when the ban was active for 12 hours, logged into their Facebook, there was something that came up and said, "Do you want to port all of your TikTok data over to Meta?"
So, is there a rumor that Mark Zuckerberg has
bought TikTok? Yeah, there is a rumor that I wouldn't say Mark Zuckerberg. He's probably not the majority shareholder anymore.
Jump Brewing Pale Ale, by the way.
That looks like a cool can. I quite like that one.
They look lovely on the camel that we can't ever fucking see on the camera.
Yeah, we can't see it, but to be fair, you shouldn't see it because there's fucking Heineken 0% down there. It's not really a camel, is it?
Is that a can of Heineken 0%?
Yes.
There we go. Camel.
Yeah. Fucking...
There's an orange squash can down there that's got Goku on it, but it's on there because it's got Goku on it.
Yeah, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goku's cool. 0% Heineken is not only the worst beer, it's a 0%.
I have an argument for this. Rowan was drinking it while she was pregnant.
Oh, la-di-da, look at me. I won't
go.
even drink alcohol because I've got a baby in me.
Oh, that's so weak, isn't it? Come on, bro. Me and you are going to fucking sit and watch this on Wednesday, and you know what?
Stella. Sorry.
Josh's mum drunk Stella. Oh, shit. The camera's dying.
That's a great outro.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we were chatting so much shit for so long that the camera died. So I'm filming the outro like this.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the Sidebar Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, stay excellent and all that. Do you want to ring the bell?
Yeah. What a great bell. That could be the outro bell.
It's a great bell. Cool. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.